It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we've got the Dolphins' speedy running back.
He was terrific a week ago. Well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Dolphins and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. The return man, Wilson. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Achane. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect the offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's got it to about the 40. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 23 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Raiders at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3rd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Shifts by him. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. A good pickup there at 22.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. and they do so and pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Again, it's Achane. And shedding through the tackle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. 2nd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Second down, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Mayfield looks to throw. That's caught by Myers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he will Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Here's Tua.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tua now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Tua going to throw.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line.
Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are back within a score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
Oh, what a move. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Mayfield. And he is caught, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Mayfield now. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Tua now on first down. Caught by Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Completes it to the tight end Smythe. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Miami set to take over. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now this throw caught left side, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On first down, Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
From midfield, here's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. On play action, here's Tua.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and now we've got a 3rd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And a completion to Wilson.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
They faked the handoff. Now Tua.
They're going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 3rd and 4.
Tua going to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Here's Tua.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a toss right side. Achane with it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now here come the Raiders.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Catch made right side by Wilson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
And even 60 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Play fake. Mayfield.
Devontae Adams.
Touchdown. Devontae Adams, 26 yards.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Carlson on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action, now it's Tua.
Throw caught by Achane.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua.
That is caught.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down 24-21. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays. Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mayfield to throw.
A little short pass. This is Everett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Baker.
A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Try to run for it with Jacobs.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
He'll dump this off to Achane. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbounds.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tua.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now the try here for the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for Miami, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.